Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to change tack a little bit now. We're going to talk about people rather than technology. So we were very grateful to receive funding from CDBB to look at individuals and their training and learning needs. And we have a very catchy title there, you can see on the screen, taking some influence from Mark Farmer. But, we essentially looked at whether we need to evolve or die ourselves rather than just the industry as a whole. So our project, we looked at developing a community of like-minded people. It was managed by the University of Salford and University of Liverpool, with Martin Simpson's in the room here as well, myself and Jason Underwood from University of Salford. And what we're trying to look at is taking a step back and thinking from an education perspective and upskilling people already in the industry. Let's just rip up the rulebook. If we had a blank sheet of paper, what would we do with it? So I need to go back, sorry. So basically what we looked at was there were these 4 key areas, and those 4 key areas basically came up with, describe some kind of competency approach. So our key findings from the project is, yes, we've all seen these diagrams about people, process, technology, but we need to be able to learn ourselves as well as organisations, and we've come up with this concept of a digital built environment ecosystem. Now, there's been a lot of words around what an ecosystem is, and some of the new UK RI research initiatives have started using this term ecosystem. If we listen back to what Paul was talking this morning, it potentially could be one of those layers. But you could have all the technology in the world, you could have all these digital tools, all these systems that people have been talking about today, but it's really those individuals that interact with those systems and tools that in our network we wanted to capture. So, basically, one of the main findings from the report is that this digital ecosystem could have many or none of these things in it, but we really just don't know because there hasn't been enough research done on this particular subject. So we're looking at competencies, we're looking at competencies of individuals, we're looking at competencies of organisations. How do you manage that digitally? How do you interact with those systems and those kind of things? So our main findings that a competence approach or framework, whatever the terminology you want to use, is central to the productivity of the change in the industry is ourselves as people, both from an education perspective and also upskilling people in the industry. If we're going to work in this digital way, we need to find a way of doing that. We also found that, Dame Judy Hackett talked about Grenfell. She used competence as part of that language. He hasn't really moved forward very much from that. Everybody talks about competencies quite a lot. It's overlapping. We need to look at that. We firmly believe that to enable digital Build Britain to happen, we need to do this competence approach. How you actually manage that digitally, how we gain expertise, how we manage that expertise is really important. Finally, I'd just like to thank CDBB for the funding. Obviously, we want some more of that to move our research forward. Very kindly, thank you very much. But we wouldn't have been able to do this without the support of industry. Participants came to our workshops. Our 2 excellent researchers that helped us put all this information together into a report that you can download, obviously, on the website. So do get in touch with us. Myself, Jason at University of Salford, Martin's in the room as well from University of Liverpool, and we want to move this forward, because without moving forward as individuals, we're not going to move forward as an industry. Thank you.